Luku with another tips, tricks, and strategy video for all your strategy game needs. And today I'm here to talk about Romance of Three Kingdoms 11. I noticed a lot of people complained about the AP in this game, and I'm here to show you that that's not an issue. But first thing, I'm going to show you my strategy of how I played the game and things that other people do to make the game easier for them. Number one, obviously, what a lot of people do is build a crap ton of characters. As you can see, I created 150. I have a couple that are randomly made. On the PC, you can click random and just have them randomly make you. So what I do to make it fast, I just random make a bunch of characters and then I change the names and pictures. But I actually do sometimes go through and I'll try to make the skills and stuff like that very like the person that I actually know. If they're a friend of mine and I know they're very tough, I'll try to make a lot, whatever. But a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll max out the skills, and when you get to a certain point, you can actually max them out to 100. You have to unlock that and set specific skills. Now, I wrote down the skills, and I'm gonna just go over them very briefly, and I would like you to write them down. And I just dropped my pen, so there goes the show. Thankfully, I have a million more. Write down the skills, and then there's actually one right there. Write that down. Boom, 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 because I'm not going to find that. I'm slightly dyslexic, so I go up and down the list a lot. So I'm just going to click the skills, write them down, and then I'll go over it at the end. Okay, so let's go over the ones I can know offhand. Capture is one of them. Write that down. White Riders is one of them. Write that down. We already went over that one. Iron Wall is one of them. Providence is one of them. Divine Potency is one of them. Fame, Efficacy, Breeding, Invention. Those are some of them. Taxation and Levy. And then one that I added to the list, Benevolent Rule. Now let's see if I got that all. Invention, did I say breeding? I don't remember if I said breeding. If I didn't, breeding. Fame, levy, taxation, benevolent rule. Okay, so when you write these down, you'll go over. You'll understand that some are for battle, and some of them are for your home. And what a lot of people will do is they'll set up their, stuff a certain way so that each of their territories, when starting out, when they distribute their officers, will be getting extra income, extra, gold, extra resources per turn. And when they go to make resources, they produce more. Obviously, that's a strategy. And then certain strategies to help capture people, counter things, so on and so forth. There are some other strategies that you'll see on Reddit, but I didn't find them all that. And then there's lots of debates between them, so I just kind of went with the debate and went with what made sense. But you could change this around and play with it as you like. But I don't really do this. Normally, I will just make it how I see it, and make this the rest of it, random because I want it to be faster. Okay, so that's that strategy. But now I'm going to go over something, and I've got 3 games here because all of my data deleted. So these were the ones that I were working on. This one was completed. Obviously, there's the last 2, but that was my last save, Dongzhuo and Lubu. I was just kind of going down the line, beating them. Okay, so I'm going to go into this one. Okay, so on turn 1, when you start the game, the first thing you want to do is you want to go down here and you want to get your strategist. Okay, obviously they want me to go here. I'm not going to go here. I mean, look at the stats difference, all because his intelligence is 100 and his is 97. Unnecessary. The rest of this stuff does factor in. Turn 1, find a strategist. Okay, next I go through all of my territories and I build according to. I try to get an equal amount of markets, 2 farms, and I make sure I have all 4 of the main things that I need. So if I go in here and, well, I can't develop because they're all already developed. This, the computer did this, and as you can tell, I would never do such, an atrocity. Um, so basically, right here, what would I do? Okay, I would make 4 farms, a granary, one of the buildings. Then I would do 4 markets, and then the other buildings. The main buildings you want is you want a workshop, a barracks. Okay, they have 2 workshops, a barracks, a stable, and a smith. Okay, those are the 4 that you always want. When I have extra, I will make 2 workshops. Okay, no, 2 smiths. That's what I mean. You have completely built the way you're supposed to build, then this is how I start. Every set, okay, of turns will start on the 1st, which you can see in the top left. Then it'll be the 11th. Then it'll be the 21st. Okay, I will dedicate 3 turns to making sure my guys are paid. Okay, when I need to, when their loyalty is low. If I'm below 95 on anybody, I just start paying people off until they're back up again. Okay, try to get everybody to 100. Okay, and I will just do that. When we come back to the 1st, that I will dedicate to searching for people and employing people. When I employ people, I go by the days. I will not go over 10 days. If it takes longer than 10 days to get them, I don't do it. And I look for people with 0 loyalty. Okay, obviously I'll do this. And if he suggests somebody, I'll try to get him. But most of all, I try to keep people within that territory, whatever. Each of my territories that I make, you want at least 9 officers. I'll get into this in a minute. When I have a territory and I'm on the front lines, okay, like right here I'm on the front lines, okay, I'm fighting. If I was controlling this territory, the territory that I'm aiming for that has 50, I want to try to have 20,000 more than that before I attack. So I want to be able to match what they have, 50, send out 50, and then have 20,000 left over to start building back up in case I lose. Okay? When I'm building resources, okay, if I'm outfitting, I keep it even. When they all reach 10,000, I make 1 of each. When they all reach 20,000, I have 2 of each down here. I don't really build warships. I do start to build them later on. Okay, try to build 1 warship per 3 of these. So when they have 3, I build a warship. Okay, because I don't use them as much. Okay, I try to keep this the same. So they're at 9. I try to go by the lowest. So right now, if I was going to do this, then I would pick whoever has the lowest, which would be spears. But this is how I run my turns. Every single time. On the 1st, I recruit, I inspect, I drill. Then I do it again. Recruit, inspect, drill, advanced. This keeps your AP from running out. Sure, employ. Prison. I always imprison everybody unless it's their lord, then I execute them. Because it's a chance to get free money. Now on the 21st is when I outfit. Depending on where I am. With Liu Yang, I'll outfit multiple times. If you're on the front lines and you're strapped for cash, outfit 1 time, go with whatever is the lowest. You want to keep it balanced because you never know what they're going to counter with. You can guess by looking in the top, next to the name, this is a capital, okay? Right here, you'll see next to Juan, you look right, you'll see a spear, which means they're going to produce more spears. So you might want to prepare for spears a lot. Doesn't matter though, you still want to keep it balanced. Always counter, obvious, if they send a bunch of spears, you want to counter with pikes. But you also want arrows in the rear, weakening their spears while your pikes are wrecking them. Okay? That's just my little strategy. When I get to the bottom here and I see that there's a research available, I wait to the 1st, I wait to a fresh turn, and then I research it and I don't do anything else. I just let my stuff rack up. I let my AP come back. I let my money and my food come up. And then when they're done researching, I go back to the 1st again and then I rinse and repeat. It's okay to not do things. A lot of people say you have to do something every turn. No. Patience is key. Rack. When they attack, obviously, You want to be able to, like, if you can get them down here and you could just have somebody blocking them with your arrows shooting over. If you have this, blocking them with your arrows shooting over, that's a great way to whittle down the enemy. Okay, and I pretty much just do that. Um, so like I said, I try to keep my builds even. Make sure I just get my 4. So you find a spot where you can plant 4 down, and then you try to find a spot where you can. There are territories here that just suck so bad you can't do that, and I don't want to waste too much time looking for those territories. But there are certain territories where you can't. You don't really have the room. It's not optimal. If you can't put at least 3 mints or 3 markets and 3 farms around a mint and a granary and still have room for your other 4, it's not worth it. Just make an even amount of food to money income. Okay? And if you're really strapped for cash in a certain area because you're pushing out resources to people, go to your merchant, sell off some food. Okay? Or buy some food. You should never have to do that though. When this stuff gets, like, this gold is maxed out right now, I will summon an officer here. Okay, I'll spend a turn summoning my officers to my gates and my ports, and I'll have them bring the resources back to the capital so I could distribute them. What I like to do in a lot of gameplays, as you can see, I just have this as my district. I'll turn this into a district itself, and I will just have this district pump resources to this one pump resources to this one, okay? And then these 2 districts I will pump from Liu-Yang, and I will distribute to those 2 districts, okay? Until this becomes a district, then I'll have this a district pumping to this one. It's just how I do things. You never want to try to have more than 6 in a district that's on the front lines, but even then it's better to make your frontline districts actually smaller and have little small support districts supporting them with the resources so that they can focus on attack. Okay? That's how I do it. And it's pretty much that way. That's how I do my math. I try to keep my food and my money income balanced. The amount of resources or the amount of things that I'm developing, not developing, outfitting, balanced. Okay, I try to make sure I have 20,000 more than the nearest threat constantly. And once I have that, I can match them and still have 20,000 more. That's when I tack, and then I just keep rinsing and repeating. Recruiting, inspecting. I already forgot. I just looked at it. Drilling on the 1st, on the 11th, and then I outfit. And I just keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that, and periodically checking my loyalty and checking for people I can recruit. Sometimes if there's not a lot of people to recruit, not a lot of people to pay, I'll combine that into the one set of turns, okay? The 1st, 11th, and 21st, consider that a set, okay? So I'll dedicate a set to just handling recruitment and paying. And then a set, or 2 sometimes because it takes longer to research. And then my sets of building my resources up, okay? And I'll repeat those sets until I have enough, and then I'll attack. And if you have 9, you can do that. Recruit, inspect, drill, recruit, inspect, drill, okay? And then, if I'm in a place like Liu-Yang and I have a lot of money and I get to this point, I'll outfit. So my lowest amount is that. I'll outfit it. I'll go back in. Because I have 2, I can do it again. I'll find whatever my lowest amount is. This. Bam. And then I'll go in here. And when these all get to over 10,000, that's when I'll hit these. Now, when I do these, I will wait until they're back to outfit again because this takes time. This is going to take 70 days if I were to do this with these guys. Obviously, it won't be that much maybe next turn because my guys will be back in the castle. Let's find out. Oh, gotta go through an event. Blah, 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 blah. Sure. Okay, I'm not going to save any of this. That's cool. So now all my guys are back. Let's see how long it would take to inspect. 50 days. A little shorter. Okay? So I will just build up my resources and have a rest day. Okay? Or I will still do the same thing. If I have enough officers, if I still have 9 officers, even with these 3 gone, then I'll just keep doing what I do. Just keep doing what I do. Okay. Um, as you can see, I can now research something. So I'll pick a research. Bam. I forgot to look at how long that'll take. But they're going to be gone. So I will wait. That happened on the first. Blah, 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 blah. Despite the fact that, whatever, I'll wait to the first to start doing my thing again. Even though they're not going to be back then. Okay, because I don't think it was 30. Let's find out. Yeah, they stole some people from me. No, they're not back. But I still have 9, so I could do it again. This keeps your AP there. Now, if you want, you can make sure you don't waste turn and just, hey, if you have above 200, if you have above 150, you could do something. But what happens is people get carried away, they run out of AP, and then they don't have it when they need it because they're just trying to do too much of one thing. The reason why I set this rhythm, this algorithm, I guess you could say, is it keeps everything balanced so that you're not running out of AP, you're not running out of food, you're not running out of gold. You will sometimes get low on food when, like, let's say this was 80 and this was an enemy and they were at 40. I match them, right? Actually, let's say they were 60, okay, because that would be the number, right? I can match them with their 60, and I have 20 left over. And I send it all out, and I'm running out of food. It's okay. It's Liu Yang. So I'll spend my gold doing that. Sometimes you'll get to the 21st if you have a really crappy area, and you won't have the money to outfit something. That's okay. Skip that turn. Skip it, and then just keep doing it. Keep whatever. And then when you have money again after you've been recruiting, what I'll do is I'll skip a set, and then I'll spend the next set buying outfitting. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I just keep that rhythm going. A lot of people get too carried away in all the other things you can do, like employing officers. They go willy-nilly. Like I said, when I employ officers, I make sure that they're close. If they're not close, I don't waste time because I don't. Your officers will be gone for too long. And I keep hitting this mic, and I hope that you don't hear me hitting this mic over and over again. And then they'll get too carried away in the diplomatic area. None of it's really worth it. All of this stuff isn't really worth it. I don't ever really use it unless I have the ability to get somebody to surrender. That's pretty much the only time I will do that, or collaborate. Okay, because then I can get somebody to be independent. I almost never mess with this stuff. Every time I take an actual city, I'll go into ranks, I'll auto, and I'll do that. Only when I take a city. That's kind of my rhythm for that. I don't really do too many councils. Districts, like I said, you keep it, not above 6 if you're on the front lines. I don't know why I have it set up like this. I'll probably move this around a little bit. Like once I take these territories, I'll probably make these 3 the front lines, really, or maybe just these 2, and then whatever. That's how I do it, and it's really that simple. Just keep rinsing and repeating, rinsing and repeating, rinsing and repeating. It doesn't matter if you're playing on beginner or advanced. It works out. Counter productively. Make sure everything is balanced because you never know. This castle might be producing more spears, and then they send 3 things of cavalry out, and now you've been making pikes. Well, what are pikes going to do against cavalry? Nothing. So that's pretty much it. I hope this worked out for you. If you have any other questions or concerns, leave them in the comments below. Maybe, if I got to make another video to go in depth or something, then I'll do that. If it can be solved with just a simple response, then I'll do that. I hope you guys all enjoy this game and enjoy playing.